Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, EA released a new Flashback Gerard Pique card today. We're going to be taking a look and seeing how he is going to be in game. So, we're taking a look at a card that is 6'4", high medium work rates, right-footed, 2-star skills with a 3-star weak foot. In regards to his in-game player traits, he does not have the dives into tackles trait. In-game attributes, he's at 76 for acceleration, 83 for sprint speed. So by default, okay, by default, because of pace being a hugely relevant thing in this game, it is a very underwhelming thing to have, but it's not a terrible thing to have. You could use someone like a What If Pep and or a Pepe, and he could still do work for you, right? So we'll see how this card performs in game, but with the Shadow Chemistry style, he already has very good base card stats for defending. We're basically going to be making it everything 99 in that area, which is perfect. 86 acceleration to work with the 93 sprint speed. We're going to be taking a look and seeing how that is going to perform in game. The good thing with this card is that they have improved his dribbling stats by a lot, to be fair. We're working with 96 for reactions at 92 ball control, with 71 for dribbling and 76 for balance. While being a 6'4" player with a unique body type, his own body type, it could actually be helpful considering the fact that his acceleration is at an 86. We're going to obviously take a look and see in game whether or not that's going to be the case. Base card stats for physical, obviously very nice as well, with that 98 for strength, 90 for aggression to work with. Okay pace, because the acceleration is quite low for this card. And then last but not least, for passing, he actually has some pretty decent passing stats. Being from Barcelona, he definitely should have some good passing stats. It'd be weird if he didn't. He even has 70 finishing, which is very, very interesting. So the two main things that I want to see the most with this card is going to be how the acceleration affects the card with the 6'4" height and the unique body type working with the dribbling stats that he does have. So for the sake of the review being a center back review, we are going to be using him. I can actually use him. Yeah, we're going to be using him in a 3 at the back formation. So 3-5-2, some crazy long ball, players in the box set to high with high, pressure on heavy touch high, all that good stuff. Gerard will be playing in the middle over here. The instructions for these guys will be to play as a striker if they really want to, so we can test out Pique as much as possible in these situations. So we're just going to switch one thing here. Make sure that these guys are on balance instructions. Good stuff. I'll even tell them to go forward, to be honest. Get forward, good stuff. Okay, cool. So yeah, we'll be trying out Gerard Pique in the center back position. I do think, before using the card, that the acceleration is going to be low. Hopefully it isn't going to be the case. We'll see how he performs in game. Okay. Okay, guys, so we're facing a pretty solid team. Should be good enough to actually test out the cheeky Flashback Pique card. Very, very nice squadrons. I like it. I like it. He actually ended up doing the Raul SBC, which is interesting, so... Alright, so we'll switch to our crazy 3 at the back formation, and we'll see how he plays. Oh, Pique with the clearance. Let's go, Pique. You absolute monster. I wish the game actually let me switch to Pique in that situation. I actually would have been able to get that ball easily. Would have been sick. To be fair, his marking in that situation was really good. You do have to be careful of those situations because through balls are crazy, crazy effective in this game. Does well to mark that one guy at the bottom the entire time as well. So here's the thing, guys. When your acceleration and your sprint speed isn't necessarily the highest, right? But your player has really good base defensive characteristics. Like with Pique, it's already very high in those areas. The Shadow Chemistry style is making it a 99. You have to rely on his defensive AI running back into those positions quickly more than you actually controlling the card, right? So it's not always terrible to use these guys. It's more like when you have to chase after where it could be a problem. Good physical presence there in the air. So you see in that situation there how when I'm not controlling him, he goes back into that area quickly to defend against that guy? It's these areas where you like to see him the most. Switch to the CDM here. I mean, his positioning is really good. Nice, Pique. Big guy. Huge guy to get that interception.
Wonderful vision from Lionel Messi. Well, it took confidence on the part of the keeper to try that.
This is where he's good as well as in the air. Nice. Very accurate too, which is nice. Again, they're all in the 99 area, so...
Perfect. Ball one. Raul. Big chance. Oh,
yeah, so that was bad defending by my parts, but Pique, again, does really well to mark that one guy there the entire time. He's fast when you're not controlling him. Just remember that, guys. The defensive AI in this game is crazy for that type of stuff. His transition speed, I actually don't mind at all. Considering like he's an absolutely huge player, like it's really not that bad. And I think it's because of the improved dribbling stats that the card's actually received.
And the counter-attack is on. Options available. Defenders need to cover. Looks as though they might make...
Hey man, good enough to accelerate to get that ball back. That could have been bad. So you do notice the sway with his dribbling a little bit, but obviously because Pique is absolutely massive, like you just take that into consideration when using a card like him. So you just switch off of him, and you'll see how fast he goes back into position.
And options in the center. Good pull one back here.
Just want to cover that general layer to see if his AI would do something there.
They find a gap in the defense. Raul takes the shot.
Yeah, his transition speed the entire time right there was actually pretty solid. It doesn't annoy me by any means. Like even when you overcommit into a tackle, like you'll notice it a little bit for sure, but it's not bad. Switch off him, he goes back into defensive positions quickly. That was actually a crazy block by Koundé. It's a Koundé review. Nice, good tackle right there. Tall dude to get those back too.
And only 2 minutes remaining here.
Oh no. Hey man, at least he did go for the animation there to kind of like stick up his foot to get it. Wasn't bad. Okay guys, we got another Serie A-oriented team over here with Chiesa, Palacio, Vidal, Koulibaly just chilling in there. Kulusevski, Kulusevski's the guy that surprised me the most, to be honest with you guys. He was pretty saucy, but let's see how Pique plays this game. Oh. Uh-oh. I really don't blame Pique for that opportunity. It was just like the first time touch. I expect his touch to be a little bit weird sometimes. To be honest, that was pretty poor defending by me. This guy was, he didn't know. The goalie was pushing him. He's like, I don't know what to do. Those spaces, you got to be careful, though, man. If you have to understand when you need to control Pique there, because they could just use the pass that avoids the defender, so... Push Pique out of position really quickly. Gotta let him do the marking right there. Goes back into position fast as well. Oh, that's a bad pass by me there. Nice little tackle. That's not me pressing the tackle button. That's just him doing it himself. So good stuff. Didn't expect him to get the ball there at any point. It's just passes. Like again, you got to be really careful with the passes in this game because they just avoid defenders. So Pique out of nowhere from Narnia with an AI block. Wasn't even controlling him there. He just did it himself. Again, Pique, I expect him to get that in the air. Good stuff. Oh, didn't intercept that play right there. No animation for that one. We move, we move. It's a little bit far, though. Some players would have the craziest animations, though, for sure. This is what I mean, though, by the avoiding defensive thing. Ball was kind of close to him there. I think he could have maybe gotten that. To be fair, in that Pique situation, like, there are moments where the game wants you to press a double tackle, which I didn't do because I wanted to see if Pique would do that himself, because players that are very good defenders will do that from time to time, but it is a variable to consider when it comes to doing those interceptions in those areas. The reason why I don't like doing the double tap tackle is because sometimes it just kicks the ball away, which isn't really super ideal, you know? Good job, Pique. Good stuff there. He has the reach for it, for sure, because he's a tall guy. See that right there? You don't want to control Pique in that situation. You want him to do that himself. Because then if he makes that pass, it's a GG. He doesn't even have like a defensive animation there. He just grabs it there. Yeah, so over there you could definitely switch to the guy there. It's so much space. If he makes that empty space pass, and he's just going to receive the ball there. Yeah, get that ball there. You can see there that I just like back away with Pique, right? I don't really get into the defensive play, because if I do, it's just going to avoid the defender anyway. So if he passes into the general area and I give him that space to pass into, then I could get the ball there at Pique. Nice, good tackle there. We'll take that. Pique with a absolutely world-class strike right there. Yeah, so his pace will definitely be an issue. His initial acceleration is the issue, but once he gets the sprint speed going, it's fine, but the acceleration is definitely an important thing to have when it comes to defenders in this game. Like a situation like that, so because he has the pace, Pique is going to be a little bit slower to get there, right? So it's just for the meta of the game, right? You can see that he has that stocky body type run, right? Okay guys, so final verdict on this Flashback Pique card. So with us, we gave him the Shadow Chemistry style, which is obviously the choice that you should give him. The 86 acceleration, 93 sprint speed will obviously be very important for a game that really revolves around the pace and the through balls and whatnot. His defensive stats being in the 99 areas is very, very helpful. But the thing is that for the meta of the game, the 86 acceleration can be underwhelming, because you have to understand that with the pace of the card, you are working with the 6'4" height and his own unique body type. His unique body type, it's cool to have, but if it was like a high and average, it'd be kind of very similar, to be honest. Like, it's not like it compensates for too much. With a card like Pique, guys, the way that you want to use these cards is that you want to rely on their defensive AI. It's not going to be a card that you're often going to switch to yourself in a lot of situations, because when you control your back defenders, right, it kind of gives your opponent the opportunity to do really easy through balls because they go around a defender, and you know, when you're controlling the players, they don't really do some defensive animations that they do off the ball, right? For instance, in that one situation where Pique himself stuck out his foot to be able to defend that attacking opportunity that my opponent had, stuff like that is where you're going to really notice him, right? It's going to be the moments where you're not controlling these guys, right? Like, let's just say, for instance, I wanted to use a Pepe card in my team, right? So the What If version. And the What If version has 74 acceleration, 82 sprint speed. This card defends fine, except for the pace part in certain situations, because I'm not controlling him a lot of the times, right? So because he's a 6'2" player, high and average plus body type, it's very, very helpful. It's going to be a very similar situation with Pique. The cards run faster when you're literally not controlling them. It's a very weird thing, but you can definitely feel, I wouldn't say that's sluggish, but you could feel that stocky type of body type that he has when it comes to chasing after players, right? So it is going to be a situation where you have to really pick and choose your engagements when selecting the card and defending with him. It is a card that you do mostly have to not use when defending with him, so that he actually does really good defensive animations for you. So yeah, this card I do think joins Sentimental Value FC. This promo has definitely been better than the EPL one. The EPL one was absolutely chalked in comparison, because yes, the card is up there in price, but for a Barcelona Spanish Liga Santander link to have a cool concept card in your team, it's not a bad SBC to do. I don't think he's gonna mold into the meta well because of the lack of pace. Obviously, you know, I gotta let you guys know that's how the game is. But if you want to use a card for fun that's going to offer you some good defensive animations, like me using a Pepe from the Portuguese team, he's going to be cool for what it is. But you do have to be careful with the pace merchants, because they're a very big deal in this game. So, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this review. I will catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.